Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is the one thing holding Shacarri Richardson back that no one is talking about. So that's the topic I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, make sure you check out Dreamerspro Max, an online sports community, a place you can talk about basketball, chat live during games. So many other cool things. We have that linked in the comment section below. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. So this, I'm sure, is going to be a very contentious topic, but I have no problems broaching it because, hey, we have to say what we think, and we have to come at things from an angle that we from the angle that we see them. So let's get into this topic here. So we know that Sha'carri Richardson over the last few weeks has been the talk of the town. And in my opinion, for all the wrong reasons, right? For all the wrong reasons, right? As they say, no press, what does they say? Any press is good press, even bad press. In this particular instance, I don't think that's really working in her favor. Now, let's just go down memory lane for a moment here. Now, she's been the center of a lot of drama. Where did all of this originate from? It started a number of weeks back. Prior to the Olympics, the Tokyo Olympics, she tested positive for for marijuana, right? Something that was on one of the as far as the ban list, that was one of the things that you could not have in your system. And what happened? She ended up losing her opportunity to go and compete at the Tokyo Olympics. Now, when that came out, when that story broke, a lot of people were up in arms. A lot of people came out to her defense, like Dwayne Wade, and others saying that this is ridiculous. But it turned out that, in fact, regardless of how ridiculous the rule may be to some people, it's the rule and it's applied to every single sprinter globally. So every sprinter in the world has to adhere to this rule. It's not an American rule. It's not a Shacarri Richardson rule. It's a rule that the governing body put out there, and they said everybody has to follow it. Now, if you want to argue the rule, have at it, right? People can argue it and say, listen, it's not a performance enhancing drug, whatever it is. That's up for discussion. But however, what still stays the same is that this rule is not unique to her. It's something that every sprinter must follow. Therefore, she has to follow it too, and there's no exceptions, right? And then what happened? She came out, she made some comments, and she said that the event wasn't going to be the same without her because she probably brought the attention, she brought the eyeballs, she brought the electricity. At least that's what she felt to the event. A few weeks later, she came back and she participated in the Diamond Leagues, which is also another league of sprinting, right? So she goes there, and what happens? She's racing against virtually the same field that she would have raced against had she gone to the Tokyo Olympics. And what happened? She went out there and got blasted. I mean, she got demolished, and she ended up coming in last place and lost to the top 3 Jamaican sprinters. And then what happened? She steps up to the microphone when they're interviewing her, and she's up there talking about, my haters, and, y'all think I'm done and all of it. And as I was listening to it, I'm like, first of all, who is this woman's PR person? Number one. Number two, who are these haters you're talking about? I said it in the live, and I'm gonna say it again. Did your haters tie your cleats together, your shoelaces together, and make you trip and fall? What does your haters have to do with the way you ran? Nothing. If I go in and I'm taking an exam and I fail, what does that have to do with my haters? The people that hate me, that crack jokes on me in the lunchroom? Nothing. It's on you. Just say, listen, I screwed up. I didn't perform the way I was supposed to, and I lost. But she went up there and started talking trash, and I thought that was a bad look. And that thing kind of went away. But then it sparked the back and forth online between who? Emmanuel Acho, who's a former NFL player and the co-host of Speak for Yourself on FS1, Emmanuel Acho, Ryan Clark, who I think used to work at ESPN or still does, Marcellus Wiley, who co-hosts the show First Things First, Speak for Yourself with Emmanuel Acho, online, right? And they had this back and forth, and Ryan Clark jumped out the window. I don't know what Ryan Clark was talking about when you're coming at this sister and all of this. I thought that was a ridiculous thing to say. I thought that he was pandering. I thought he was trying to get a certain group of blacks riled up against her, like their attack. I just thought it was a stupid thing to do, and I didn't understand why he was trying to do that. I didn't understand what he was trying to get at, right? Given the fact that the person he's indicting of saying that he's attacking his black sister supports black women. So I thought it was a stupid thing to do, and I still do. Right, I still do, and I'm not buying into that. I think he could get that over gullible people, gullible blacks that want to fall for that. But I didn't fall for that. I thought it was a ridiculous thing to do. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think Emmanuel Acho said anything wrong. To be quite honest with you, he just said the truth. If you lose, you cannot talk trash. You can't do it. Sorry. And I don't think this is new news. Anyway, Some time goes on. Then some idiot posts a tweet or an image or whatever it was on Instagram. I'm not sure. And I think they were having a back and forth between American sprinters and Jamaican sprinters or whatever. Some idiot posted something about, oh, at least that's why, what she said, at least Jamaicans are walking to the trees. They have to walk barefooted every morning to the coconut trees to get water, something like that. And I was like, and then she likes that tweet, that post. And that's when I was like, okay, this is absurd. Why would you like a post like that? Number one. Number two, why would you support that level of ignorance? Why would you annex yourself to something as ignorant as that, right? And some people try to make an excuse. And let me quickly say this. I remember when I was going after Stephen A. Smith for making those comments about the Nigerian players' names, mispronouncing those Nigerian players' names. They were like, "Oh, Nigerian Americans, they're not black. They're not black Americans." They're like, and then some people had the nerve, of course. It's black dudes. Of course, these are the only people to do it, but there was some black women that did it too. Black American dudes. They said, "Oh, you're not American." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "But I was born in the States. But my parents, my first generation American." "Oh, you're not American then. You have to be here for multi-generations." I was like, "Really? Is that so?" So I guess Nipsey Hussle, he not American too, right? Y'all know Nipsey Hussle's mom was a black American woman from California. Do you know where his dad was born? His dad was from Eritrea. That's in East Africa. Nipsey Hussle was a first generation American. Oh, but that's right. Nipsey Hussle ain't American too, right? With that line of it. It's the most ignorant line of thinking, but nevertheless, there are a lot of people out there that think this way, right? So this is some of the back and forth that we have to go through. And when she made those comments, I said to myself, I said, listen, when she liked that tweet, I said, listen, this girl has gone off her rocks, right? And she started to lose a lot of support from the Jamaican crowd. People that would have supported her stopped supporting her. And I think a lot of people said, listen, we can't get behind this anymore. And I think her comments and her performance or her lackluster performances may potentially have cost her some money. Because if I'm a sponsor, why would I want to attach my brand to someone out there stirring up this kind of controversy? And at the very least, you're not even winning. At least if you were winning, there could be an argument that, listen, you're getting attention, but you're not even winning. So if I was a sponsor, I think that, listen, I wouldn't want to be a part of that. But I do think that this can be forgiven if she simply humbles herself. She simply humbles herself. She lays low, comes back and starts winning some big races. Just be quiet. Be quiet. Go out there, work on your craft, come back, win some races, and really make a name for yourself for your performance on the field, not what you've been out here saying, right? And I think that winning and humility are the only medicine here for her. And I think a lot of people give her a pass. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care who disagrees with me. Really, I don't, because I believe it's the truth. I think a lot of people give her a pass because she's a woman. I think a lot of black guys give her a pass because she's a woman. Oh, let's not attack our black sister. That's what it's about. Let's not attack. But you be willing to cuss out your moms or your sister if somebody takes the cereal out of the fridge or drinks the last bottle of milk, right? I think a lot of people do that, and I think these people are hypocritical. I can only imagine if LeBron James had lost an NBA Finals, and after losing an NBA Finals, steps up to the mic at the post-game press conference and started talking the exact same way Sha'carri Richardson was talking. LeBron James will be flogged by the public and the media. They would destroy him if he went up there and started speaking the way that she was speaking. Nobody would give LeBron James a pass. Hell, they don't even give him a pass when he's up there saying the right things after he loses. So why aren't people making an exception for him? But they're willing to make an exception for that. I think these are the hypocrites that we have to root out and weed out of the community, because I believe these guys don't provide any net positive to the community. All they do is cover up for foolishness. And a lot of these people are the ones that are enabling her to make it feel like it's okay for you to be out there talking this trash when you don't have the results to back it up. And these are my opinions. I think these guys, these people that are defending that behavior are extremely disingenuous, and they're doing her an extreme disservice. They're not doing her any favors. If it's people in her circle that are cheering on, yeah, sis, speak your mind, they're not your friend. They're not helping you in any way, shape, or form. What they're doing is costing you money. A real friend will tell you, bro, you got to cut that out. Like, you're doing a little bit, you're talking a little bit, way too much. Dial it back. Focus on your craft, lay low, come back and start winning some races. And in my opinion, this is what I think. This is what I believe. Listen, this is what I think the issue is that no one really wants to discuss. But we're going to discuss it. And again, of course, if we lose some subscribers over it, then it means that you were never really here to support it. Right? You were never really here to support us. But I still have to tell you what I think. So these are my thoughts and opinions. And what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think? What do you think is the solution? How do you fix this? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, it's just Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode.